Hi, I'm Jean-Jacques Porret, and I like to discuss and talk about the lost wax casting process that I'm using for making my sculptures. Bronze sculptures is a product which is as old as humanity. Lost wax casting method was created 4000 BC by the Chinese. They have made bronze vessels which are still today very valuable item at antique store and or auction house. The most beautiful bronze ever made was by the head of Ife in Africa, which have so much detail that they are absolutely fantastic, and today we could not make them again. I love bronze because it is a very difficult product to use. When I came in the US here, I thought that I needed to create something which will be more lasting than other things that I have done in my life. So I went into drawing things and then starting to make them in bronze. Why bronze? Because I found it to be the most difficult and the most challenging process or material to use, and also the most lasting. When we think that the Chinese 4000 BC have made some vessels which are still today being marketed in antique store, and they are just as beautiful as they were back then. I want to create something which is going to outlast me. You start with a drawing first. I sketch a drawing. From this drawing, whenever I like the way it looks, the line, I then start to do a clay. The casting, you have to start from zero, and you build up a sculpture with clay and other material, but mostly clay. I will probably make 2 or 3 pieces in clay before I move into the next stage, which is investing into making a mold. It's inside of that we do the wax. That's where the wax is going to be created. And the wax is exactly the same as basically what the rubber is and what the original sculpture is. So here is a typical example, and I can open that. Let's take this piece here, and you see here is the wax, here is the rubber of the sculpture, and the supporting of the rubber. That all goes together. Now I take the other portion of it and going to open it up here. Again, here's the rubber. And then the third one here. And there comes the rubber. So the original sculpture was like that. And from that I made that wax, and now it have to be all cleaned up. All these line, which is where the joint was, needs to be cleaned up, and then this goes to the foundry. Let's discuss what happened during the forging process or the casting process of these pieces. First, the molten bronze was heated up to about 2000 degrees. And then the bronze was cleaned up on the surface to get rid of all the impurities in the bronze. Then we let the bronze cool to about 1800 degrees. And we started to pour it into the ceramic shell. And then we have to let it cool. This, which is now cleaned up, ready for the patina, which is the next stage into the process. And a patina consists of applying different acid on the bronze with a brush and a torch. The bronze has to be hot, like the skin of a human being. The porosity open up of the bronze, and you touch it with the acid, and it will pick up the color. And you have to do this a number of times until you reach the appropriate color that you want. Between each stage of the patina, you have to quench the whole sculpture and let it cool. The first coating of the patina might take 1-2 hours, and then it cools off for 4-5 hours. Then you heat it again, and you do the same process again, and then you cool it off, and then you etc., until you have reached the color that you want. I like the lost wax casting method because it is the most challenging, difficult, and time-consuming method of creating sculptures.